be fire. Let there be fire by God. That's exactly what it'll be because of God. Now God teaches patience and trust. Now I know it takes me instead of wishful thinking. It's still God, right? It definitely is. To always stay within healthy habits. And that's how you saw God speak to me extremely directly. Very, very directly. Saying I must always stay within healthy habits. And sure enough, the fire is coming through patience, knowledge, and direction. it faded somewhere dry. Because if I'm just sitting here all day, start to rot. God made himself clear. Now I have something to look forward to. So this time, now God is teaching. Do you really believe? Or does it take you an automatic result to believe? Then where is your trust? Then where is your discipline? Where is your confidence in knowing God? Right? Where is your confidence in knowing God is speaking to you extremely directly, providing wisdom and speaking extremely directly? Where's your faith when everything around you seems against you or out of alignment? Because that's how your surroundings are presented. So you won't take your blessings for granted. And now you know how to make friends. You're staying within your healthy habits at all times. If you just wait on God and all the knowledge, just knowledge flow. Let there be fire. the much point where you're going to see a lot of people doubt and turn their backs without putting full trust. But I stay confident in knowing that God speaks extremely, extremely directly. Because what's the point in you knowing and your surroundings not believing just as much? They also have to build their character. No more leeching off our great equity and all of our hard work when we didn't take no shortcuts and seeing good in every single person and always seeing great results in every single person through staying within healthy habits. They also have to build their character, because you can't be always saying, hey, don't do that, don't do this. They have to know the same importance and how to become a great leader and teacher themselves. When what you're not wanting to see in front of you is not happening, you got to know with confidence how to always stay within those healthy habits. And it's a humongous world. I still don't doubt God. Not one moment. Because when God presents your surroundings, that's exactly what God's gonna do. And I'm recording this live. By this time, there's already a lot of people, I would say a stadium full, that walked out of the room. But a stadium full doesn't define God or the world. Not even a country. I already said, let it be fire by the power of God. And that's exactly what is going to happen. By this time, the whole country walked out. But that doesn't define God or the world. By this time, we see no source of fire. Like literally, like, okay, another country walked out, but that still doesn't define God or the world. You see how God is? God comes with laughs, humor, all that beautiful knowledge. Oh, God. God is good all the time. God will never fail you. So at this point, there's no fire at all. Not even no, like there's really like just not a very little glimpse of, you know, like lightened debris. So at this point, another country walked out. But that still doesn't define God or the world. Well, we still have the initial project in front of us, right? So instead, you don't want to toxify your minds, freaking out. No, what does God say? Stay within your healthy habits at all times to keep having a great life. You know, God gave me my hands too. You can fan it out. God gave you all your resources to be successful. So there's no excuse to ever doubt. So now, what does God say? Do people walk out based on what they wanted to see initially, and them acting on impulse and leaving and doubting God and defining the world off of one situation? Or they didn't let themselves be understanding? They didn't allow themselves to consume all that great knowledge that we did within all those healthy benefits that we grasp. You see how very direct God is? So we don't want to be rotting, just wishful thinking, when God made us all able. Right? You have hands. There's grass that needs to be cut. Or are you just going to say, hey, I want this grass gone? It doesn't work that way. And that's where God speaks and uses healthy thinking patterns, right? And that's how we made lawnmowers, weed eaters, and hey, lighter fluid. Right? And there were stickers on the grass, right? And oh wow, look. And I didn't even have to use my lighter. So we still achieved what already was. It takes you as an individual to always stay within healthy habits, to always provide that solution when you see no solution that you want to see in front of you. And that's why it's always important for everybody around the world to remain used to each other, to always bring understanding, to always follow the rules, because we all need healthy water, healthy foods. So in this waiting period before we got fire, right? I mean, God obviously made human from nothing to life, right? And no lies were being said. Let there be fire. Right? So I don't ever want you to be belittled by a selected handful of individuals, not even one country or one state or city, that were impulsive and didn't want to believe or didn't want to understand. Because obviously we're seeing real life results with great results. Getting rid of harmful debris, making friends within education, now knowing solutions. Every time we come across these obstacles, now we know how to effectively solve every obstacle that we face, and know exactly how to be in great standings everywhere around the world, and to always remain in great friendships through healthy habits. You see how cool God is? But if you wanted me to just like make it easy and simple for you, then where is that character? Where are you now? You see a lot of good people out there, right? There's some people that skip the process, right? Because there was a lot of people that didn't believe. But we didn't skip the process in knowing God was really talking and knowing the effective solutions that got us great results. And then they devalue each other or other people out there, and that becomes a potential health risk, a disease outbreak for everybody else in the world. Why? Because that individual, the people that left that didn't believe fully, they skipped all that process in building their character, in building great leadership, skipping all those healthy traits through experience that teaches you. So that's why motion picture and education through every single outcome bring tons of understanding through books, through great successes, through great failures and horrific events, all bringing understanding to the masses to keep work going smoothly. Because other people didn't go through certain things that other people went through, and they really have testimonies of horrific events that happened going through the forest, and then coming across some poisonous trees, some animal that they didn't see ever before in their life. They went diving and then they came across piranhas, and all they knew was catfish, and they were speaking about piranhas to people that only knew catfish, and the people that only knew catfish didn't want to believe them. Oh, they're lying. We've never been through this. We've been around, rivers, the same river that looked like that river. We've been in this river for 20, 30, 40 years. A lot of times it always has to be brought to everybody's attention what to be aware of. They had to really go through these obstacles to really know how to be around and survive through those terrains. Which is why you should always take everybody very serious. Shit is always obviously known, and nobody likes shit. We all bear the same fruits. Don't be faking yourself out. Look at all of the knowledge that you grasp, and the enjoyable moments and laughs and awkward feelings of intense, unpredictable events, but knowing that God always provides. God made life. We are life. We have all the resources in front of us. God spoke about space. People don't necessarily just say, hey, I want to go to space. That means we're going to live on space healthy, just like how we live here. So no fighting for land. Everybody needs to always remain within healthy habits with corrections, and look for tons of great life and friendships to look forward to. Everyone in brand new houses with the equity everybody rightfully pays for. Everybody in brand new cars. Melt all the old metal. Melt it for new moldings on new vehicles. Every road made brand new. It takes you instead of wishful thinking. I could say, oh, I don't like it like this. I want it better. Well, now it takes you, right? Now it takes a lot of understanding to bring. So everybody can understand, hey, you know what? It makes sense. I do want to drink clean water all the time. I want to shower with clean water. I want to always eat clean food. I don't want to get sick. You know how many people that you can come across, and there's periods and seasons in your life, and you could be saying in that season, oh man, like, I don't think I'll ever get sick ever. And then you start taking sickness for granted, like it's never gonna come. And then the time you get sick, it really gets you. And when it really gets you, it feels like you're never gonna get better. Same with those pimples that you guys get out of nowhere. You have a scar on your face, and you feel like, oh, this scar's never going away. Damn, this pimple never went away, or my sickness never went away. Is something wrong with me? See, all of the knowledge that life has to offer, it is a blessing to know God on a very deep level everywhere around the world. God's different languages, God's different shades of color, different features, different personalities, which is why everybody needs their privacy, which is why we have healthy ways to bring understanding through media, to keep work going smoothly. Because great personalities and good character and a life worth living and to enjoy each other, they need their room to grow and to thrive and to think for themselves and to build their own character. And that's why every single person needs to stay within healthy habits, bringing understanding daily. It only takes 1 year for people to get very careless, and then there's new life to always be teaching.